Did that go through? Oh dear. Hey, look at this. Untagged mobs modifier. What the? Bro. Why does this have gory gore? Why does untagged mobs have gory gore in it? So to start this off, I need to cause destruction. You see, I was in this beautiful, whimsical wetland. Was it called? Oh, it's just a Minecraft swamp. But for the From the Bog mod pack, I downloaded Whimsy Wetlands, I think it's called. Oh look, there's a mansion. And yeah, it makes swamps better. And this will make it different from the Mudscape, because the Mudscape has just a couple of mods I had before. It's hard to explain things. Anyway, I was building this atrocity, and I realized, yeah, maybe maybe building an entire house out of blocks slash missing is not the best idea. You know, I like the way they look, like the texture, but it's got to go, because you can't just build the whole thing out of that. Oh crap. Well, I'll be darned. That did not. Okay, they're explosive proof. Actually, now that makes sense, because this is like about the meta, but you can mine it with stone pickaxe. Interesting. Excuse me. So, the whimsical wetlands mod has this limestone structure, and I decided to build a house attached to it. But it's time to change it up. Gotta. I mean, I guess this can stay. Can't just have whatever this is. So, okay, that doesn't work. Is this another building while talking episode? Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Oh crap, did I forget to put the... Okay, the display capture is on. It's on. Oh man, imagine like... Imagine making meowing sounds as like a testing thing. Oh right, I was playing a Angry Video Game Nerd episode in the background. But before that, I was watching this YouTuber called Kai Planet, and I like his videos. He's very scientific and informative. Yeah, so this house was supposed to be like a almost like a zigzag kind of thing. Yeah. Let's see, dev block, dev cock. I mean block. Ha 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 ha. Get it? Sex joke. Hmm. Yeah, I guess this is another just building while talking episode, LMAO. However, I will say, I like black people. I will say, you know, this won't be the only thing I'm doing. So if you don't like that, don't worry. Don't worry. Excuse me. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing when I was building this. I still want to incorporate the missing blocks and yeah. I'm gonna take a drink of Blorp Cola. It's a good thing I remembered to mute the mic this time. I'm gonna rename the stream. Uh, Packing mods. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a funny donkey right there. Um, yeah. No, why'd I do that? Oh, I got an idea. I'm gonna have to destroy this tree though, sadly. Yo, I'm just gonna play it full screen and just check the chat every once in a while. It's getting a little obnoxious. Don't know what it is. Alright, so is this like the mangrove sapling where it can like grow in the water? Oh, what's going on? Slime! Why are you jumping backwards? Okay, now you're jumping forwards. Okay, no, it has to be in donkey, I was about to say it has to be in donkey water, but no, it has to be on land. What am I doing? I'm gonna grow you in here because that's cool. Yeah, this is different from the mudscape. Very different. I feel like though... Actually, no, no regrets. No regrets. As Shrike from Monkey Wrench said. Let's see if I can... Oh yeah, Spinel. I think I already mentioned this, but I think Spinel goes very good with the heckin', missing blocks. I'm trying to make it look like it's been corrupted. And there's like missing blocks just seeping out. Just, I don't know. Yeah, something like that. This little room here tried containing the stuff, the missing blocks, but it's corrupted and spread. That's what's going on here. See, the first mistake was using limestone. It's just a weak block, you see? So that's how it was able to break through. Oh, wait a minute. Crap, what am I doing? Okay, let's take a look. I'm wondering if I should just make the whole thing out of limestone, and then just place like the iron plates and all that good stuff in later. Oh man, look how foggy the swampy swamp is. Very crazy. Get out of here, bird. Sorry, tree. But what I'm planning on doing is having a boardwalk going out there. And then it breaks off, like it stops, but then like you see pieces of missing block just out in the distance. Like it goes out in the distance telling you yeah, maybe that's where this stuff came from. Let's do locate structure tagged. Yeah, that's far away. I will look at chat in a minute. Oh wow, that's not far at all. No, 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 no talkers, no chalkers, no views. Oh well. I actually like this design here, so I think I'm gonna keep it. When the wetlands are whimsy, critters and companions, critters and crawlers. Those two mods should collaborate. If they're not made by the same person, that is. because I, I feel like there might be some, like, anger from one of the sides. Is like, hey, you stole our, you almost stole our name. It was like, nah, they didn't steal your name. It just has similar, whatever. Silk lead, grappling hook. Oh, I gotta try this. Whoa! Oh, this is awesome. Whoa! Oh, that's awesome. Critters and companions. You just got a new, friend. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna duck and redo this. Or should I? Okay. Missing. You wanna know who else is missing? My mom. Oh gosh. Shout out to Listed Nightmare. Shout out to Listed Nightmare. I really hope the next update for Untagged and Untitled comes out soon. I have an Instagram account, and I'm thinking of just, like, converting that to, like, hey, here's Minecraft screenshots. That's mostly what it's used for. I used to, like, post, like, I mean, I still kind of do. Like, I posted, like, pixel art on there before. But the thing is, like, I haven't kept up with it. And I post, like, only, like, every, like, maybe, like, once a month. And, I'm disappointed in myself. So I'm thinking, like, what should I do with it? And I take a lot of Minecraft screenshots. So, I could do that. There's probably someone out there, or there should be someone out there, that makes, Minecraft pyramids, right? But it's like all kinds of pyramids, and they're made out of different types of things. Like, for example, limestone pyramids. Block missing pyramid. Just silly stuff. It's silly. Oh, right, I should play that. I want to play that. Yeah. Angry Video Game Nerd, please tell me things. Yes. Bring back the old AVGN. Please swear. Please more fecal matter jokes.
Hey, have you ever gotten to the end of a really long day, or in my case, a lot of times working on a video, I have to stop and get something to eat because I'm real hungry, but you need something fast, and you also want something high quality at the same time.
Oh, you freaking advertiser,
well,
mother ducker.
Freshly prepared, restaurant quality, chef-made meals delivered right to your door, you'll never have to massacre.
Stop it.
Late into the 80s, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone were still
Did you
the
just say the N-word?
undisputed action movie champions
No, he
of
said
the
Arnold's
world.
name.
After almost a decade of Rockies, Rambos, and Conan the Barbarians, it didn't seem like anyone would ever topple them from their testosterone-fueled thrones. That's at least until Jean-Claude Van Damme starred in 1988's Bloodsport and shook up the scene with some of the most incredible martial arts moves ever. And some of the most brutal scenes in one too, for that matter. With classics like Kickboxer, Death Warrant, Universal Soldier, Hard Target, and yes, even Street Fighter under his belt, Van Damme built up an iconic library of martial arts and action films over the years. One of these movies was 1994's Time Cop.
Are we gonna blast to the past?
Jean-Claude plays Max Walker, a man who loses everything, so he joins the Time Enforcement Commission, or TEC for short, a time-traveling police force that punishes criminals who go back in time to enrich their futures. It's basically Back to the Future 2, but with badass fight scenes and over-the-top gore.
Have a nice day.
Fatality.
What the duck is going on?
Walker goes after a corrupt U.S. senator who's making himself rich and powerful by changing the
AVGN,
past.
stop scaring me.
Same matter can occupy the same space.
The movie is mostly Van Damme fighting bad guys in boo-haunted houses, and it is technically a Halloween movie if you look at the decorations in the background.
Yay.
It's more about Senate committees than cool time travel. At the end, he stops the senator by working with his past self and forcing two pieces of the same matter to occupy the same space.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Oh dear.
The movie made over $100 million at the box office and is Jean-Claude Van Damme's highest-grossing film of the time. So, a video game based on it must have been a no-brainer. They asked Van Damme to be in the game
When the
for
lamp is missing.
digitization, but this is what he said.
Read it.
Developed by French Cryo Interactive, the game came out in
Is
April
annoying
95
making
in
grooves
the
like
US.
this.
Unfortunately, that was 7 months after the movie debuted in theaters and several months after the VHS tape had hit store shelves.
Your mom.
Timely. They couldn't plan the game's release a little closer to either of those dates?
Sauce.
Well, who am I to judge? It came out 30 years ago, and I'm only just reviewing it today. And it's even been 20 years since the game's future date.
Oh,
the first level
boy.
takes place in 2005. Wow, you know you're feeling old when the future was so long ago.
Oh. I don't want to be old.
The game begins with a lengthy opening text crawl crammed into the lower third of the screen. Also, they could put in a crappy-looking movie still above it. Whose idea was this?
You look like shit to me.
It's not even that recognizable of an image. It's just a random shot of the security monitors from TEC headquarters. Imagine if they did this in Super Star Wars. Just stuff the opening crawl under a picture of Mos Eisley. The opening quickly recaps the events of the movie and then goes on to explain that the game is actually a sequel to it. The chronologically confused hairs on the back of my scrotum are standing at full attention now.
Ew.
I gotta ask, why wasn't this game called Time Cop 2? Maybe it was meant to be a movie instead. A movie that sucked so hard the studio used time travel to wipe it from existence, so it appeared as a game instead.
Ha.
The only problem with that, there actually was Time Cop 2, the Berlin decision. So too bad that wipes out a potentially good plot device for this episode. To make things even more confusing, the cover is illustrated like a comic book. After all,
Coca-Cola
Time Cop
Orange
began as
Cream
a comic, so is it
and
going to be a
Mountain
sequel
Dew.
to the movie or the comic? Anyway, the main villain is Professor Kleindost. But hang on, let's stop for a moment and look at this goofball. I need to explain. Dr. Kleindost in the movie was a character that was only mentioned in expositional dialogue. He never actually appeared on screen. So this is not a screenshot. They got a fresh actor for the game, and this is the face he made. What did they say?
Was
to
the
guy?
face?
What
Ew.
did they give him to invoke that kind of reaction?
Drugs.
He even laughs on the game over screen like a lunatic. Were they aware of the semi-serious tone of the movie? This guy doesn't fit at all. Could you imagine him being in the movie? It would be like in the original Star Wars. You know how you never see the Emperor? Well, imagine if you did, but he comes out wearing Groucho Marx glasses. This entire opening sequence takes a minute and a half to scroll by, and my only takeaway from the whole thing are the spelling mistakes. Kleindos was the only person to conceive time scan? Conceive? Are you sure you don't mean deceive? Or hey, what do I know? Maybe he has the technology to give birth to a machine in the far-flung future of 2005. Wait a minute.
Huh.
Let the duel begins? Did anyone
Begins.
proofread this piece of shit? Alright, nothing. Let's just play the fan damn game already.
I forgot I have the Fences Connect mod. Yeah, that.
Get on it.
Well, now
That's
in good
awesome.
shit, I'll refer to this as the Mortal Kombat look, and it's never a good sign.
I'll be
The
right back.
odds
I
of
think I
the
hear
game being
meowing.
good with this art style without the accompaniment of the words Mortal Kombat or Jackie Chan and Fists of Fire range from pretty fucking slim to not a snowball's chance in hell. Batman Forever was an omen. Now the character kinda looks like Van Damme if I take my glasses off and squint hard enough. But who am I kidding? It's barely a likeness at best. They did try to at least match some of Van Damme's martial arts moves, like a leg sweep, the flying jump kick, which is a one-hit kill.
Okay,
for most
users,
enemies in
I
the
am
game,
back.
and his ability to jump 6 feet in the air.
6
They also
feet in
give
the
you a
air.
gun, so just use that instead. Well, until you run out of bullets at least. Speaking of which, the moves are so slow that whenever I engage with an enemy, 9 times out of 10, I get hit, unless I use the leg sweep. Yeah, it's cheap and I don't feel good about it, but it's reliable. It's kind of like spamming the leg sweep in
I'm not
Kung
gonna
Fu
bother
on
putting
NES.
windows
Or
because
sometimes I just try my
yeah.
luck and jump over them.
we don't need
You
them.
can kick a robot Gatling gun to death, so I can only imagine his legs are made of solid steel. That or steel-toed boots. I mean, look at him obliterate this probe droid. Bad damn! You have a bomb that wipes out everybody on screen, but it's too slow. I still get hit. So what's the point? I will say, this game has some pretty cool music. But why do I keep hearing FBI?
FBI. Get on it.
Wow, real catchy hook. FBI? Yeah, put that over some club music. The layout is like a maze with no clear indication of where to go. Anytime I reach the edge of the screen, it's always a dead end. God fucking Van Damme! And there's always doors in the background just for decoration. You think you could go in there. I mean, they open and close, but you still can't go in. The worst part of all, there's a time limit. Time cop? More like not enough time, cop. And according to the manual, you can only spend so much time in one sector before disintegration.
Oh dear.
Wow, talk about a raw deal. I mean, you get sent back in time, but then you have to rush, and any deviation from your mission will result in your instant death. I mean,
Ew,
do you
why
think
is it
maybe
called
you
Bold
could send me back in
Cypress?
time just a little further, please? Thankfully, they have clocks you can pick up that give you bonus time. Yeah, like Back to the Future. Yippee. How about just don't have a time limit? Then we come to the underwater stage, my favorite. Why do so many games have to have one of these? Ninja Turtles, Goonies 2, A Boy and His Blob, Earthworm Jim, Gex, the list goes on.
I don't
But
know.
this
It's
underwater stage takes place in 1945.
the Scary Random
you
Room
care.
Network has an underwater
I like
stage.
the ripple effect in the
Well, it's
graphics.
partial,
That is a
partially
cool detail.
underwater.
And like I said, the music
You have to like
is
go in
kinda
these
rocking.
tunnels, these underwater tunnels.
But why can't I duck?
Tommy, whoa. It ain't no law to duck.
Is there some law against ducking underwater? He just stands up tall, making himself a big target, and even jumps from a standstill. This makes it extremely hard to get by all the octopuses. Yeah, I mean, do you think there's enough
Octopi.
octopuses here? There's even a giant one at the end of the level. Well,
Oh,
if you ever
this
wanted
is
a game
nice.
where Van Damme's fighting octopuses in 1945, then this is the game for you.
Actually, I want to
Now
use
I'm in a
this.
fucking submersible of some kind, and the game's turned into a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. I don't mind a little variety, but just look at this thing. How in the hell am I supposed to dodge anything when this takes up half the screen?
Your
Next is Wall Street, 1929. I'm getting shot at the second it starts. The fuck? Gangsters are dancing down the street, shooting at me. They're hanging out of cars, hanging out of windows, and while there's catchy, upbeat ragtime jazz playing in the background, almost as if in unison with the sound of bullets riddling my fucking body. These motherfuckers in the windows are the worst and are practically impossible to avoid. You can hear them shooting before you see them on screen, so you'd think it'd be simple. But every time without fail, as soon as I move far enough to the right to make them appear, these window fuckers hit my body full of holes like Swiss cheese. Fuck!
Swamp vines, huh? Wow, very different from the normal vines, huh?
God damn, Van Damme! Come on! The most frustrating part is that I've actually avoided their hail of bullets before, so I know it's doable. Instead, it's just one constant piss stream of white-hot lead to the face. There's also the never-ending threat of a jerk-off driving across the screen taking pot shots every 5 seconds. A drive-by, if you will. By the way, can anyone tell me where to find a drugstore and a newsstand? Oh, that's right, they're on every fucking block. That's convenient. At the end of the level, you fight a robot that mysteriously resembles Rob. This never happened in the movie, and why didn't it? That would have been awesome. So, naturally, you proceed to beat the ever-loving crap out of that robo-fuckazoid piece of shit until it explodes. Level 4, German. Not Germany, just German. The typos never end. Kleindost is working with the Nazis now and has given them advanced modern weaponry, or weaponly, if you go by the game. Seriously, did nobody proofread this? And where are these so-called advanced modern weapons? I'm expecting laser beams or overpowered machine guns like the movie's opening scene when the time traveler kills all those Confederate soldiers. No, the soldiers just stop and fire their Lugers at me, like every other enemy. Nothing special about that, at all. Other enemies in the stage include mortars, boulders, and barbed wire. Wow, I never thought we could top bats, spiders, and snakes for the most uninspired enemies in video game history. Time Cop might have done it. The boss of the level is a screen-covering tank. Again, not advanced modern technology. I can't even tell if I'm doing any damage to this thing, but I unload every bullet I have into it until it ends. The next few levels are all more the same. Beating up bad guys, destroying robots, getting lost until the time limit kills you, and then eventually finding the stage exit. Mind you, you only get 2 continues in this game, so you don't want to fuck up too much. In the final stage, you confront Dr. Kleindost. Suddenly I'm having flashbacks to the Rocketeer for some reason. I wonder why. Must be the shitty controls. Can't think anything else it could be. Oh, that's right, the fucking jetpack. Like many games with a jetpack, the developers decide to emulate the weightlessness of flying by adding a lot of floatiness to your character's movement. So now, any press of the button makes Walker speed across the screen, usually right into danger. The entire stage is covered with landmines, or should I call them air mines? Floaters? Either way, you want to avoid crashing into them until you get to Kleindost. And we sure as shit don't want to restart the entire game over again at this point over something that stupid. Well, when you finally do get to Kleindost, the bastard flies away, right off the damn screen. How the hell am I supposed to hit him if he won't come back? Now, a lot of games have this problem, but Jesus Christ, does this one in particular rub my rhubarb the wrong way.
How dare you?
It's the final boss, and he's hiding outside the bounds of the stage, mocking me. This guy's laughed at me enough. He's not gonna break my spirit. I'm gonna blow him out of the air and end this piece of shit. Fucking asshole. After landing the final shot, he explodes. And then, after all that, the screen goes black. Kleindost slowly enters the frame. He laughs.
Ew.
And then his body flattens in on itself, and he explodes. Cut the credits. No congratulations, no thank you, no pomp and circumstance.
Wow.
Not even a quick pat on the ass on your way out the door. Nothing. They just dump you into the end credits and leave you with a cold, dead feeling inside of you as the game's parting words spin towards you. The end. Is that a D or a P? Well, Jean-Claude goddamn Van Damme! This game fucking sucks. I wish I never played it, and I'm gonna make sure I never did.
Oh my gosh, he's going
Well,
travel.
who am I to judge? The game came out 30 years ago, and I'm only just never played it, and I'm gonna make sure I never did. Well, who am who am I to judge? The game came out 30 years ago, and I'm only just reviewing it today. And it's been even 20 years since the game's future date. The first level takes place in 2005. Wow. You know you're feeling old when the future was so long ago. Oh, I get it. Let's destroy the game. The same matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Yeah! Yeah, you're getting time fucked, bitch! Yeah! How you like that, game? Oh shit. Oh.
What the Sigma? Oh, what the? That's funny. Oh dear. Ew. I remember seeing an episode of
Angry Video Game
Penguins of
Nerds,
Madagascar.
an all-new video
Remember
game
that
that'll take you
cartoon?
back to the past like never before.
This game sucks.
Yeah, they like
just
went
the
back
way I
in
love it.
time.
Jump and shoot
to
your way
the
through levels
penguins,
full of
I think it was
familiar enemies,
Klosky.
power-ups,
Yeah,
and discover
they saw
alternate
each
routes
other.
on your way to every boss.
And then, like, this,
Only
like,
this time with
black hole
top-notch
or something
live-action
opened up.
cutscenes throughout that make it feel like you're playing an actual
And,
episode of the show. I'm gonna
yeah,
play
I
a
guess
good
if
game
you
for once.
go back in
Pre-orders are open now
back in
through December
time
7th at limited run games
and,
for the physical
see
editions
your
of AVGN 8-bit.
past
You can
self,
grab the
like,
modern retro version on
it doesn't
Nintendo
end
Switch
well.
or PlayStation 5 and the actual retro version made just for the NES in a classic gray cartridge. Let's pop this in. The NES edition.
Oh man, he had to censor the F word. Dang it. He'd rather have 10 buffaloes, take some diarrhea dumps in his ear. I remember seeing a choir sing that. Hold on, let me show you. AVGN theme song choir. Yes, look at this. Yeah, it's probably fakey fake. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny with the bunny. Ha. The rhyme. Ew. Alright, what do I do now? Halloween candy.
What are we thinking?
No. Oh man, I love 15-second unskippable ads. It's the best thing ever. Oh man, I just can't resist them, dude. Yeah, great, epic. Oh crap, it started. Oh, oh no, spooky, scary.
It's Cinemassacre's Monster Madness. Screams not on screen. This year, Monster Madness has a special theme, and with it, an updated logo. To celebrate, we've got
What's
3
the
new
updated
shirts.
logo?
The red logo tee, available anytime, plus 2 limited Halloween editions. An
Oh,
orange
man.
logo on black, and a full orange shirt that's
The
perfect for a
ads.
Halloween party
I
or
prefer the
roadside
orange one.
construction safety. Grab them now.
Like,
before these
no, this one on the left here.
Halloween drops disappear forever.
If I knew how, I would buy it.
The only holiday that has Halloween beat when it comes to treats and desserts is Christmas. But with Halloween, there's something special. The allure of it has to do with the tradition of going door to door. As I mentioned before, it all goes back to Samhain, when people considered the end of the harvest season to be a scary time, when the nights would get longer and the spirits would roam. People would leave food or treats outside as an offering to the spirits. But its connection with modern trick-or-treating is blurry at best. In the medieval times, there was a practice called souling, where people would go door to door offering prayers for the deceased in exchange for soul cakes.
What?
Soul cakes were something between a biscuit and a cookie, and if we really wanted to be authentic with the holiday, we would give out those. But who wants that when you can have Hershey's or Reese's? The modern day tradition of trick-or-treating didn't really emerge until within the last 100 years,
Interesting.
especially when it started appearing in media. The 1952 Donald Duck cartoon Trick or Treat was among many depictions that helped popularize it. In the old days, it was less commercial and less regulated, so you never knew what you were going to get. I'm talking before my time. In the whole history of trick-or-treating, people would give out nuts and fruits, homemade candied apples or muffins,
Oh,
cookies
cool.
right out of the oven. Nowadays, pretty much everything is store-bought and wrapped. In
Yeah.
the 80s, I do remember getting some of those unwrapped homemade items and always being cautioned by parents and teachers to avoid that. There were stories about poisoned candy and the classic razor blades and apples.
Wow.
Who knows
So
how
that
much of that was true?
that was like a thing. So that was a thing like way back then too. That's a shame. Like you just can't have crap in Detroit or whatever the saying is. You know what? I am going to let's I want to make it look like okay, so my donkey starts here and I don't know, right off the bat you can tell, oh yeah, there's something's wrong here. I want to incorporate this in somehow. Okay, that's what I'm going with, and if you have a problem with it, well, you can email me.
But it's the
say,
idea
"Screw you."
behind it that added a little bit of spooky appeal to the holiday. The notion that Halloween was this risky, somewhat dangerous kind of night. As a kid, it was a big deal because it was the only night when you got this much candy. Now, as an adult, it's not as exciting. If you really want candy, you can go to the grocery store and buy it all year round. But the appeal of
Oh.
Halloween candy and what sets it apart from other treats is the fact that you didn't get it from a store. You got it from somebody's house. Even though it's factory made and the old ways have been replaced by a whole consumer market, there's still something about Halloween candy that makes it special. I don't actually eat much candy, so I'm approaching this topic out of nostalgia. Trick-or-treating was a tradition that kind of died out for me in my later teen years and into adulthood. My college years were more about booze, I guess. But after becoming a parent and taking my children trick-or-treating, it revived the tradition for me. It brought it back into my life and reminded me of what it was like.
Oh.
It's funny how certain things come back to you. Just seeing the familiar packaging. You hold a bag of M&Ms, you feel them rolling around inside, feel the wrapper crinkle.
Okay, it's a little too detailed. Bro,
Yeah,
calm down.
Listen to that sound. Or a box of Whoppers. You shake it and you hear them rattling around. You tear it open. And then you get that, that aroma of milk chocolate. And it triggers those memories. Pour it into your hand.
Calm down,
Pop in
user.
your mouth. And then you shut up. Yeah, that's exactly as I remember. With Whoppers, I love the way they crunch in your mouth. That moment they crack open, they release that toasted, malty flavor. And then you get that crisp, dry finish that lingers and just makes you want more.
Calm down.
If I were to sit here and just talk about all my favorite candy, whether I've had them recently or not, I would probably have to name hundreds of them. Skittles, Butterfinger, Starburst, Kit Kat, York. Oh man, York is so good. You bite through that chocolate coating and then all that peppermint flavor comes rushing out. But I'm talking
That's what she
specifically
said.
Halloween. If you had to choose which candies go with the season, what are they? Right off the bat, I gotta say candy corn. In the same way that candy canes go with Christmas and jelly beans go with Easter, candy corn is the undisputed visual representation of Halloween. And those candy corn pumpkins that sometimes go with it.
Candy
Nothing
corn
better
pumpkins?
says autumn and harvest like candy corn. That
What?
tritone color of yellow, orange, and white is well renowned. And while not everybody likes candy corn, I say it's not Halloween until you've had at least one handful of them.
Oh
What do they
crap, I
taste
should have
like?
eaten candy corn.
I don't know, just some kind of fake sugar. They don't taste like corn, they don't look like corn, but you can use them as vampire teeth. In fact, they actually sell vampire teeth candy corn. The history of candy corn goes way back. Originally it was called chicken feed, which is probably more accurate as far as shape is concerned. On Halloween, it's essential to see bowls of candy corn sitting out. Even if nobody wants to eat it, you at least gotta look at it. It just has to be there, like it's a decoration. As a kid, my favorite was Reese's, and probably still my favorite. Whether it's the Reese's Pieces variety that you leave out in your yard for ET, or the Reese's Cups kind, you can't go wrong. I was always a fan of the Reese's Cups. It's that simple mix of chocolate and peanut butter that can't be beat. I'll always remember that commercial with the vampire. I like to eat the peanut butter first. And then he drains it like he's sucking blood. It's so good. I heavily associate Reese's with Halloween because of its bright orange packaging. It always stands out on the shelf. And when it's in your trick-or-treat bag mixed in with all those other candies, you can always spot it. That's the first thing I would do when I got home was pick out all the Reese's. Reese's kind of represents the Halloween colors, even beyond the orange packaging, the actual candy itself. Black for chocolate and orange for peanut butter, sort of. I mean, if there was any type of taste equivalent of those colors, I would
Okay, I feel
say
like I've
that
had
Reese's
too much
is it,
more.
the taste of
If I add
Halloween.
any more, it's
I
gonna
would
look
also
bad.
say M&Ms are probably one of the top Halloween candies, probably because of how common they are and the abundance of TV commercials. Who can forget all those famous M&M characters? They're iconic in general, but I'm
don't
talking
know
the
their
ones
names.
where they're dressed up trick-or-treating. They're well produced and are like mini Halloween specials. So the classic M&Ms are the ones with the chocolate at the center. You bite into that candy-coated shell and you taste that sweetness blending with the
Okay,
chocolate.
calm down.
The way it all
Calm
melts
down,
together in
AVGN.
your mouth is pure greatness. Now I sound like I'm advertising it, but there's also the peanut variety. Now I find these ones more substantial and more satisfying with that extra crunch and
Yeah, I
that
like them
lingering
better.
nutty taste. But many
That's what
people
she
still
said.
prefer the regular variety. So whether you're a fan of regular M&Ms or the peanut kind, they're one of the most classic Halloween treats. But for the record, you can put me down for peanut. In a nutshell, a creamy chocolate sweet honey nutshell, I'd say the
Get it?
nostalgia of
I
Halloween
get it.
is well encapsulated inside those sugary treats. Some things never change. You could always guarantee Halloween comes back every year, and all those candies you remember will always be around.
What the? Oh, it's Ogre. Yeah, now that it's November 8th already. Like, didn't November just start? Oh my gosh, the Theorizer.
Warning. What I'm about to say is forbidden beyond any rabbit hole you've ever seen. Hello, I'm the Theorizer, and I'm a world-renowned lunatic. I am a person who spent my entire childhood watching Pixar's movies, over and over again, hundreds of times, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I can easily recite them all, of course. They're the best animation company, loved by everyone.
Oh, excuse
So
me,
as I got older,
sorry, people,
I developed
sorry.
a bit of an
Oh,
obsession
I'm losing
with
viewers now,
Pixar
oh no.
theories. Simply put, I started asking myself what the characters were really thinking, what their backstories really were, how they could connect to other movies. Everyone on the internet was doing it, finding secrets, imagining one timeline for all the movies. But as the years went on, people stopped talking because the filmmakers openly called us crazy. But I'm a world-renowned lunatic. I had a mission so extreme and so over the top that it ate the next 10 years of my life. A mission to thread every single movie into a single entity stitched from Pixar's source code. What I mean is the story that they told unintentionally. A Pixar movie about Pixar itself. Today is the result of 30 videos filled with proof, the story start to finish, as I definitively expose, once and for all, the horrifying spider that puppets franchises between the lines. Every movie by Pixar features a company called B&L, by and large. We've known this for a very long time. They make the batteries, they make the toys, they make the cars, they make the food, they're run by machines. And they get so powerful that they end up ruining the entire planet in WALL-E. B&L is supposed to represent Walmart, Costco, companies in general. This was obvious to everyone until recently I realized that B&L actually represents Disney. Like Disney, they own Pixar, and the little details and toys and comics you see in all their movies are supposed to be merchandise, toys from other movies that the characters watched. It's like the characters watch Disney movies just like we do, but I guess not their own movies. This simple realization tells a story that is so amazing that Pixar's starting to make movies about it. This is the complete untold story of Pixar's only villain, B&L.
There's a ducking machine going on outside. I gotta close the window.
If all of Pixar's movies are about the same company, then where would this begin? Who are they? What's the story of this company? Well, the earliest we find B&L is in the 1940s.
Sorry about that, users.
There can literally be only one starting point. It's The Incredibles. Humans have mysteriously started getting superpowers, and so the U.S.
I like the
government
idea of
creates
user being
the
a slur.
National Supers Agency. When World War II begins, the agency tries to make more superheroes to fight for them. They team up with scientists like Edna Mode, and they try using superhero DNA to make more of them. But it backfires and just makes super villains. Edna's devastated. She leaves them behind. So the NSA starts looking for a new helper. They find a boy, a very smart boy, who used to be a fan of superheroes. His name was Buddy Pine. Buddy was constantly brushed aside by superheroes, and he got more and more disappointed. As he got older, he started to hate them. If he couldn't be a superhero, then he would destroy all of them. He was smart enough to create powerful machines and computers for the government, and he could destroy supervillains. The agency recognized his talent and gave him money to create more robots.
And they will pay through the nose to get it. How do you think I got rich? I invented weapons.
But it was too late. He was bitter, and he was killing heroes as well.
It's not
the
symmetrical,
was scared,
but
and
that
they
doesn't
let
matter.
It happen. Slowly, he became more and more evil, calling himself Syndrome. And upon his death, his AI escaped containment and took over the NSA, converting it into the horrifying organization we know as, by and large, B&L.
Horrifying? I
a
wouldn't say
government
that.
company run entirely by an evil AI. This is what we see. This is in the movies, and this is just the most likely origin from everything that we've seen. And so it begins. The machines have one goal: turn on the world that made them. They were built this way, And we know what their first priority was: humans. It's made clear in Wall-E that B&L ends up destroying Earth and escaping into outer space. And this is what happened. This is the fate of all your favorite Pixar characters. But how could a single company do all this? Lock in. First, they gain access to all of the NSA's things: superhuman mutation, technology, government access, you know. Then, they take the media: television, internet, radio. This is because the telecommunications company in Incredibles 2 was also owned by the NSA.
I checked him out. He's legit. Trained under Dicker.
This is what the Screen Slaver is warning everyone about.
You don't talk, you watch talk shows. You don't play games, you watch game shows.
Next, B&L goes after the economy. They use government money to buy out every other company in the world and sell things under their own name: batteries, toys, cars, robots, and entertainment. This is a big one. They make movies and TV shows that push their messages into the world.
You eat chips and watch her confront problems that you are too lazy to deal with.
Andy's Buzz Lightyear toy, for example, is merchandise from his favorite movie, a movie all about their plans.
You can remain ever sheltered, never passive, ever ravenous consumers.
B&L controls everything in these films, even the food supply. We see it time and time and time again.
Can't
Really?
bring themselves to rise from their couches, break a sweat.
And so if you assume that all
What are you
Pixar
doing?
films take place in the same
Silly
world,
Theorizer.
then when you see money and technology, you see B&L. It's the source code of Pixar, the one message through every single film they've made. The main character, the villain. B&L is running all of it coming into the 2000s.
Or you tell yourself you're being looked after, so that the system can keep stealing from you, smiling at you all the while.
So B&L sets up their headquarters in what they call the Tri-County area of California. A lot of their films take place here, a lot of characters move here. It's Pixar's headquarters too, and California is known for technology. B&L makes their media and entertainment from here, and we see what sorts of addictive and dangerous things they're putting on TV. For example, a recurring joke in Inside Out is about an advertisement for Triple Dent Gum. Sound familiar? This Trident parody brings people closer to B&L, but the real issue is how addicting it is. Their commercial is so catchy that it sticks in the brain and won't leave. Normally this would just be a catchy song that you can't stop humming, but there's more like this. There's a pattern. See, Riley's mom in Inside Out also has a catchy sort of memory, but hers is of a Brazilian helicopter pilot asking her to fly with him. And weirdly, Riley's teacher also has the exact same memory. Back in 2020, I thought this guy must have been maybe a con artist, like he's using the same line over and over to steal women, but everyone told me, no. What if he's just from a famous commercial? They all watched the same advertisement, and they genuinely believe it. It's addictive, obsessive like the gum, because this is what B&L is doing at the turn of the century. They don't just want to control the economy, they want to control the people. B&L is trying to hypnotize, entrance, to take over the minds, the loves, the hates, the brains of everyone in the world. Their commercials take precious space from other memories, and slowly but surely, they become everything to the humans. But I still didn't fully believe it, until I watched Incredibles 2 again and realized what the whole plot was. It's the whole point.
It was the whole
Hypnotic
plot.
Television. The NSA, the telecommunications company, it's all clear as day. And it's not just in one or two movies, it's in all of them. Their 2020 movie, Soul, is all about human souls and how they operate and how people are getting so obsessed that they become dead inside. Look at how people are in Wall-E. Inside Out, Monsters Inc., Toy Story. It's like Pixar's put this into all their films without even realizing it's the same pattern. They're just mocking what they see in the real world, and it's disturbingly similar. But I wouldn't be making this today if all I had was hypnotic commercials, because hypnosis isn't their end goal. It's just where they started. They're after something much darker, much more terrifying. See, Pixar's put a lot of effort to explain how their world works. The elements make up the physical world. The souls make up the spiritual world, like afterlife. The overlap of these two are like emotions inside brains. It's all very well laid out. I once made a theory about how Riley's brain was trying to kill Joy. Well, technically, it was her soul doing it. The stuff that holds all this together is the soul.
I don't want that there.
It's separate from the emotions. It's everything. And the reason this is so important is because By and Large discovered this, and it's what they're after. Look at all the robots, the cars, the toys, Wall-E. They're so lifelike. They don't act like robots. They act like people. It's all backwards.
Oh
the
no,
people
my
are becoming
mouse is
empty
probably
inside,
doing that
and
thing again.
The robots are getting, I guess, more lifelike. This is their goal. By and Large is trying to switch places. They want everyone to become their robots. They're gaining more souls through human emotions and then powering their machines with it. This is why their toys act so human. It's why their robots are also emotional. They're all technically alive. But there's one type that's the strongest.
I don't know why I want to
The
censor
emotions of children. Kids have incredible imaginations. Look at Inside Out. Look at Toy Story. All of B&L's products spur emotions. They take imagination, and then they store lives. Monsters Incorporated knows about this. It's why they scare kids, make them laugh, so on. They're powering their world with souls by creating emotions. That's literally the movie. Children's creativity is the most important power for B&L, as it brings things to life with the power of belief. And so B&L makes all of their movies, all of their toys, all their food for children, ripping through the soul of humanity and mapping brains. So
Imagine if this like abandoned laboratory place, like if it like spawned within a trail ruin.
Identical to the souls of babies.
That would be
This
interesting.
shocked even me when my
It would like add on to an already existing
it's
thing.
so clear. Souls are wishes, imagination. It's all the same thing being used. So of course this is all just the story of the movies, but Pixar seems to realize what they've written here, because with every passing year, their things get more and more focused on this stuff. As I'm editing this, they drop a trailer for, I shit you not, an upcoming movie about the government transplanting human brains into robots. Have you any idea how specific this is? This is shocking.
Sounds
These were always
pretty
the types
sus.
of films they made, but recently it's like they've become aware of the theories, like they're using them. Their films only got more and more focused on the same pattern, and B&L's story becomes more and more detailed. As the machines consume into the 2000s, it's becoming worse than ever, and it's being allowed to happen. Will they succeed? Well, something massive is about to stand in their way. Crash Course. The world of Pixar has something in it that changes everything. One big difference, one single event that led to superheroes, talking animals, weird timelines, and B&L itself. The event in question occurred 65 million years ago. The asteroid missed the dinosaurs. You ever see that movie, The Good Dinosaur? It's further back than anything. The plot is that dinosaurs never went extinct because the asteroid missed Earth. So I guess they became a lot smarter. They evolved faster than humans did. This is what the movie's about. And this one change makes B&L's mission harder than you think, because this isn't just some battle between humans and robots. It's everything. The animals can talk too. They weren't slowed down by evolution. They had more time. Just look at their upcoming movie. They're here to stay, but it gets 10 times worse. Hold on to your hats, because Pixar has not 2, not 3, but 4 different groups in their films. Humans, robots, animals, and a secret 4th category.
That's
It's
funny.
not monsters.
That's
and you'll see
interesting,
why.
though.
It's something very interesting. At this point, B&L has humanity in the palm of their hands, but they seem to have encountered a roadblock. They were taking over the world, but there's more.
I wonder if
that's
Pixar will
happening
like one
behind
day
the
hire
scenes.
this guy.
There's something out there that's stopping them from moving forward with their plans. Kids aren't acting correctly. There's weird activity, and they need to understand it before moving forward. To look ahead, first, they have to look back. All they knew was that this weird behavior had something to do with the mutation that started creating superheroes back in the day. It had actually started many generations earlier, and of course, they found detailed information from the NSA's experiments. Apparently, the Supers Agency had traced the mutation all across South America. They sent agents to all these locations to study the possible causes of the superhero DNA. The NSA set up this massive base near Easter Island, and clearly, they found something very strange in the 1930s because they gave it to the superheroes and ran.
1930s.
Yes, this is the same island where Syndrome later created the AI that we know today. But there are many landmarks they studied around South America, and the evidence suggests one major target, a hidden location known as Paradise Falls. This is where most of Pixar's movie Up takes place. It's a beautiful, mysterious valley in Venezuela. And well, I think I found something in Up. And I think the NSA might have found it too, the cause of the superhero mutation. So here's what I think happened. The NSA had sent their top agent, Charles Muntz, down to Venezuela to find answers. He didn't find it, but he did find very smart animals, and his dogs got smarter too. The NSA was not pleased. He gave them all his animal research, but they were disappointed in him. So he vowed to find the thing responsible and only come home once he had it. Now we're talking. They gave him supplies, medicine to last a lifetime, more dogs, more technology, a blimp, and that was the last they ever heard of him. This was the end of their search. Until now. BNL knows what it has to do, because that thing is holding them back. They need to find it and learn the truth of this fourth category. BNL needs to find Charles Muntz as soon as possible. He's the only one that can explain why their plans keep failing. But Charles has been clever. He's put himself in isolation, hiding his location and killing all of the agents that come searching. So they try a new tactic. Using their helicopter advertisements, they try persuading random civilians down into the area instead. They're not very suspicious. He must let them in. But these people weren't nearly good enough at exploring. They all fail and die. They need a real explorer, but one without a past. This brings us to the main events of Up. BNL zooms in on a quiet elderly man who can get the job done, a lifelong fan of Charles Muntz who never got his own chance to adventure. BNL kills his wife and buys out his whole neighborhood. They try causing as much misery as possible. They keep trying to get him to venture out and explore. They even send in their supervisor's kid, an adorable Boy Scout. They try threatening the man openly, boxing him into a corner and forcing him to find Muntz. And incredibly enough, the man uproots his entire house into the air and sails down to South America, searching for his childhood icon. BNL was ready. They stuck the kid under his porch and equipped him with a tracking device to spy on them. The old man and his Boy Scout head south, directly into a storm, and the tracking device navigates them down through the Bermuda Triangle. Once they get through, it sends them directly to Charles Muntz, just as planned, hidden in Venezuela for 70 years. And the result is chaos. Muntz had completely lost his mind to obsession and is promptly killed and replaced by his own fans, who shelter the entity, commandeer his blimp, steal his army of dogs, and fly back to the States with everything. Literally, this is just the whole plot of Up, by the way. I'm just describing what's really going on. And when they return, BNL acts fast. They steal everything, study everything, and come to 3 absolutely jaw-dropping conclusions. 1. Animals have become unbelievably intelligent, as humans have been degrading, and they won't go without a fight. 2. What the GPS found in the Bermuda Triangle was far more important than anything Charles Muntz had done in his decades of work, And
Oh,
3,
no.
that entity is from a group that caused these mutations, and it is not from this world. This all lines up perfectly with what BNL had been seeing. Strange activity, unusual roadblocks, children not responding as they should. They know what's happening, and now so do I. Here's why. The Monsters Inc. DVD comes with a bonus disc. There is a deleted scene hiding on this disc. It is narrated by the NSA's lawyer and explains what they all found. Apparently that mutation had occurred a very long time ago, thousands of years ago, and it created monsters. This short film, called The Mans and the Mons, explains that the monsters from Monsters Inc. were actually ugly humans who got bullied and chased away. They took refuge on a mysterious tropical island. They ate forbidden fruits and embraced their ugliness, using it to scare humans instead.
Sorry, I'm sorry for like that giggle.
It might be annoying. And now they don't look anything like each other, but their society is thriving in a distant world, Monstropolis. Don't you see? The NSA had been searching for the cause of the mutation.
So yeah,
and
there's
the mutants.
that.
The cause was the entities, and the mutants are monsters.
It's not the best
which
house,
weren't
but
in
I
Venezuela
still like it.
or Easter Island or Machu Picchu or any normal location.
Oh crap!
But
Okay,
in a
display
whole
capture is
different
on.
world
Okay.
that could only be accessed, lo and behold, through the Bermuda Triangle. This is the island that the Mons fled to thousands of years ago, a hidden world through a gateway in the Atlantic Ocean. And the GPS had caught this data. And Muntz was obsessed with getting Kevin because Kevin was not a bird. It is a monstrous half-breed roaming the ancient ruins of a testing zone once run by the mysterious fourth entities, BNL's worst nightmare.
What is it?
Aliens.
Oh, aliens.
Onward, Lifted, Lightyear, Elio. These are all aliens from other planets or through portals and universes, and now BNL knows about all of them. Okay,
I might
that
add
was a
on
lot.
more later,
But to
but
bring
I
this
think
chapter full
I think this is
circle, I'll
pretty
leave
good
you
for
with
now.
this. The famous asteroid, the one that missed the dinosaurs that caused this whole dilemma, was supposed to land right smack in the middle of all this chaos. Chicxulub. I believe this asteroid was thrown at the planet by the aliens intended to kill the dinosaurs.
If you have any
and spread
criticisms,
the
please
mutation
let me
in the group.
know.
I believe the plan
Let's take a look at
was
the-
to generate monsters
Oh my
around
gosh.
Central America and control the population. But the collision failed, forcing aliens to set up the portals on the planet and do it all themselves later on.
I'm sorry.
The aliens were
sorry.
trying to test on our world, but they've left behind too many traces to count. And if you think that is crazy, get ready, because BNL's response to this discovery is 10 times more insane. BNL has found everything, and they're very mad to discover that monsters are stealing their energy.
Man, there's this other world I had on here that I deleted, unfortunately.
Extremely violent TV shows, making the kids harder to scare.
And
the
there's this like this
monsters
plains
filtering
biome
energy
with the
crisis. So the monsters
there's this
decide
plains
to change
biome with a
the
whole
laugh
bunch of
power, becoming the kids'
ruins and
imaginary
stuff.
friends
It's
instead,
really
which
cool.
works twice as well, given the power of imagination. And I mean, look at Riley's imaginary friend. That's a monster. But none of that was enough.
Hi.
They have to get invasive.
Alright, I see.
They
I
need
look
to
at
start
chat now.
taking down monsters one by one, and they fully have the means to do so. Full knowledge of their history, their portals,
Cat,
and the element of surprise.
what are you doing?
Their
I was
final
building a
move,
house.
their explosive finale, is so insane, so incredible, and so cinematic.
I'm also listening to
that
a
it defies
Theorizer
anything
video.
I've seen in my entire life as a human being. In a vindictive, poetic twist of fate, BNL aims to turn the animals against monsters, while they take the humans and run. They aim to crush every scheme of the aliens that did this, every plan for evolution, every manipulation, all so they can consume humanity in isolation and power up to kill the aliens too.
Dude, this guy is crazy.
Full disclosure again, this entire saga is the culmination of every last detail, every last plot hole.
I guess I got lucky last time. I shouldn't have deleted that world. What's wrong with me?
Because if you do try to connect them, this is basically it. The proof is relentless. I can only show so much because most of it's from my 30 previous videos. You can squabble about specifics. I'm just grabbing every single last detail that exists.
Let's see, locate
and this
structure.
seems to be the result. We're assuming that the films take place in the same world and just asking what that looks like on the closest possible level. Does Pixar intend all this? I can't speak for specifics, but the overall idea is very consistent on a thematic level.
Yeah, a lot of them are far away.
And yes,
No.
it's increasingly, I believe, intentional.
Oh, Sigma. I was playing some Minecraft making a
So
new
B&L's
base.
grand plan is a freakish scenario
Very
where they
good.
turn the aliens' test subjects against each other, consume the humans in secret, then kill the aliens while they're distracted. How are they
What
going
is
to do
Snake
this?
doing?
Well, they start with the weaker group, the animals, of course. It's in all the films. Nemo, Up, Bugs Life, Brave, smart animals. When they found Charles Muntz's intelligent dogs years ago, they had immediately put up testing facilities all around the world. In France, they were breeding mutated rats to take over the food industry. And look at that new movie coming out. See what I mean? But closest to their headquarters in the Triple Dent County is their most important station of all, the Marine Life Institute. This place is amazing. It's in Finding Dory. It's the aquarium where she was born. B&L hires characters from other movies at this place, like the dentist from Finding Nemo and his brother. They send characters like Riley on tours of the building, but this place was a little more drastic
I was supposed
than
to do
just
other stuff,
studying
too.
animals. Oh no. They built this place with a single goal in mind.
Do you play
the ultimate
PvP? I like your
animal
mic. It's kind of
weapon.
soft.
See, the animals are important to B&L,
Thanks.
particularly
I
in the
don't
late
really
2000s, and this is the most crucial
PvP.
location we
I
have.
suck at it.
So what I'm about to say
If I'm being
is
honest.
the most fitting thing ever. I believe that Dory was no accident. She's a highly skilled evolved fish that somehow always knows exactly where to go and what to do, all at the cost of her short-term memory by design. This fish is like a freaking god, intelligent beyond words.
I remember
but
like
they
playing on
nerve
a
her
server
brain.
that was before
To
the
get what
combat
she wants,
update.
she just asks,
What would Dory do?
What do I do? What would Dory do?
and boom. the parent
I
is
sucked so
freaking
bad.
dead.
Like I 1v1'd random people. Like theoretically I could
But she
become
can't
decent
remember anything
at
she
it.
does. The more you think about this, the more it explains almost
Like, if I,
everything
like, kept
about
practicing
Dory.
and
But they
trying,
didn't just stop
but
there. This isn't just about
I don't
Dory.
know, I just don't have a
If
lot
you look
of
outside the institute, you can also see dumb robots.
Oh, hell no,
flying
you
around,
stop that
spying
right
on
now.
everything. The whole
Weather.
place is B&L's death machine, and this changes everything about the movies because everything connected to this
Gotta do
institute
this again.
must
Yeah,
also be
there we
important
go.
to B&L. And we know the institute sent their marine biologists
Now I
and
can see
Dory
chat.
out to Nemo's drop-off, which means it must have been
I
important
learned
to them
PvP in the past
too. I wanna be
1.5
clear.
months and became
Just
real
for a minute.
good.
A
Guess you're a
worker
quick learner, huh?
from the Marine Life Institute in California
Maybe
and a fish
it's
that
not as
escaped from there
complicated.
both appear just meters away from each other at the same reef off the coast of Australia at the same time. This means that B&L must care about this area, and I know exactly why that is. Look at Finding Nemo's credits. This very drop-off appears to be a vacation destination for monsters.
Oh hey, look,
The
I
movie
found
is
it.
titled Finding Nemo, named after the fictional submarine explorer Captain Nemo, who looked for a mysterious island that many connect with the Bermuda Triangle. So here's what I think might have happened. Years ago, when they were looking for answers, B&L went here with an old wartime submarine to study this strange phenomena, but they couldn't find anything. They stayed
are you?
nearby just in case and
Oh,
studied
you're a
the
snail.
intelligent fish. Upon discovering whole societies among the fish, B&L took precaution and created vicious creatures to contain the area as a whole, to keep it in check. Barracuda, anglerfish, and this might be why
Bring home
Bruce
the
has
beacon.
no father.
Bring home the beacon. Crystal PvP is one of the hardest too. You really need quick thinking
He
and
was
reaction
bred
time.
in a submarine laboratory. Ultimately,
Crystal v
B&L's
PV
submarine was too old
PvP, huh.
and was destroyed. This is all why they
What?
sent the Sherman brothers and Dory later on. They're there to check up the laboratory. Ultimately, B&L submarine was too old
Oh.
and was destroyed.
Oh!
This is all why they sent the Sherman brothers and Dory later on.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why I keep building these houses, man. I like the materials from the different mods. But then it's like, okay, I get sick of the mod pack, and also I need to get storage freed up on my computer. So then I like delete it. Lately though, I've been like uploading the mod pack on CurseForge and adding the world to it too. You can add the world save. So yeah, shout out to Crystal PvP, I guess. You know, yeah, use Anchor's 1 freaking billion totems and crystals. Obviously, look it up on YouTube. Oh man, I like the house. Oh, thank you, Beba Tepak. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Crystal PvP, looking it up.
Hey guys, this is Rasplin, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys all about Crystal PvP and what it takes to master it. Now, if you don't know what Crystal PvP is,
crystals,
it's basically the kind of PvP used in vanilla.
Is that why they call it that?
Little disclaimer, this video is not going to be covering respawn anchors. Instead, you can check out the separate video I made explaining how to use anchors, and it'll be in the top right now. Also, quick little request for today's video. Comment below if you know of a different Crystal community that isn't based around PvP Legacy or Vanilla Event Network. I'd be interested to see if there's a whole other community out there that we don't know about. Make sure to comment the server IP or Discord. Now then, let's begin the video. In order to make this more organized, I'm dividing this video.
I like how like a quarter of this stream is just me stealing content. I'm just recording like other people's content. It's funny. There's one more thing I want to get into. So I was just on a world from a mod pack called From the Bog, right? It's like a joke on From the Fog, but it's a bog, like swamp. Ha ha, very funny. Oh man, I'm such a comedian. Oh. Clips. Yeah, I'm gonna look up like cool moments, something. Let's look at this. What the? Dude. How interesting. Bro. Wait, is it recording? Or display capturing? Okay, it's displaying. Among Us. That's some crazy music right there. That's intimidating. Let's look at chat. Yeah, I do the same thing. Looks with the guy. First one. Oh, the first one.
I don't think that pro's gonna land. Great, I'm good. I'm not gonna die. Chat. Oh. Chat,
The end is very interesting.
Here. I'm literally better than him. That's the crazy thing. Watch. Ready? Boom. I was saying that, expecting myself to die to make it funny.
Is that you? He's drone. Oh, yeah, Dr. Donut. Ew. I don't know why I said ew. I'm rude.
Oh my.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
Lol. So they call it crystal PvP because they use end crystals. Yeah, and anchors. Oh, that's what you meant by anchor. Okay, the respawn anchor. Vibrant Adventures. Shut up, Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I don't know how much longer I can keep streaming and beaming. I gotta change the background image. This is the horrible drawing I made in MS Paint. It never got finished. Ew, you can like subtly hear me breathing in the stream. I just looked back. Oh my gosh. That's not good. It has to like require a lot of like reaction timing stuff. What does Sigma? Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. What do you think? No. Why? Why do you want a 1v1? This random user wants to 1v1 me. No. No. Alright, look at this giant cave here. Okay, I forgot where you dropped down at. Oh dear. I didn't consent to this. What? I, bro, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I never said I went to 1v1. Oh, that was a terrible voice crack. What are you trying to get me into? I don't even know the IP to the server. Alright, I guess I will try real quick. I need to find the... Okay, Minecraft, Crystal, PvP, servers IP. Oh, it's not a specific server, there's like multiple. Screen not shown. Oops, sorry. Thanks for letting me know. I hate when I do that. At least it wasn't for too long. I can get on the Mana Cube server. Mana Cube. Mana Cube. Cubes of mana. Like, I don't know what server you want to go in specifically, because there's multiple servers that say. Oh, phone call.
You